everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. Basically, I just wanted to start another vlog just to work on slowly over time kind of thing. You may notice a bit of a difference behind me. I've actually packed away my puzzles and sorted my puzzles, so now pretty much it's just all my yes, I like teddies still. All my old teddies are back on the bed, taking up the bed again. So, yeah, I got a huge crocodile and dolphin and all of that sort of stuff. But I kind of figure, well, it's better than having all the puzzles sinking the bed down and stuff. So I've sorted and packed them. Obviously, I've still got more coming on the way. I've received one of the many I've still got yet to come today in the mail. This is a Eurographics puzzle, 1,000 piece, and it's called Nordic Morning. But I'll basically do this in a haul later on with the other puzzles that I got, but it's beautiful and I love it. Like, look at that image. So pretty. So pretty. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. I also sent an email to my orthopedic surgeon because I wanted to look into like a rehab after my next surgery when it happens. I think I said last time I've got the appointment with her on the 5th of February now for 2021 next year, and I actually put that time for then because I actually wanted a bit more time to work on this in just trying to get some muscle and calf muscle and stuff back as I can with this. But yeah, so basically I just wanted to have more of a chance to work on just trying to get some calf muscle back and supporting muscle back with that. And I had an email back from her today saying that she thinks basically that it... excuse me, I'm just going to quickly grab the email up, but I'm not going to read out exactly what she said, but I'm just going to say sort of what I did get, and now iPad keeps scrolling, but she said that she thinks that it sounds very sensible, that idea. It's just a matter of me getting in somewhere. Like if I tried it, because it happens in Wagga and I'm in a rural area in Victoria, so she sort of said it depends ultimately on a rehab doctor saying yes if I did it in Wodonga, but she reckons a rehab doctor in Wagga would agree to it if I did it in Wagga. But I'll either need to see them in advance or take the chance that if they come to review me while I'm in hospital, they could say no then because of the fact that I'm sort of in hospital and just had the surgery, blah, blah, blah. So I sent her a message back saying that I am willing to do it in Wagga if it came to it, but I just need to find out who to sort of contact and try and organise that, because I could probably try and organise something when I go up there for my appointment with hers, because I basically think the rehab is something that I haven't tried yet. And she also said that typically, and I didn't know this, typically they won't take you if you're non-weight bearing. But she said that we can make me touch weight bearing at minimum, and probably weight bearing is tolerated. It just depends on what sort of comes up in the surgery and what has to be done. But I definitely think that it's something I definitely need to try, because we haven't actually done the rehab afterwards before. Typically it's just been me being on the bed, going to the toilets, going back to the bed. I haven't really been able to do much after the surgery to try and recuperate or recover more. Well, I guess you need to recuperate and recover by resting and stuff, but at the same time, I sort of haven't been able to do a lot, so I kind of feel that it is important to try the rehab and see if it can help me try and get up and going a bit sooner and just feel more confident and less worried about falling and all of that sort of stuff. So she obviously thinks that it's a good idea and something that I could look into, but it just depends on getting into the place. So fingers crossed I'll be able to find out that, because I'm okay with it happening in Wagga anyway, even though it means I'm not necessarily going to be able to, shall we say, have my have any family members or anything around at that point. At the same time, I kind of think, well, like, I'm certain that I can manage anyway, but also the thing is, it's a chance for me to try and get improvement and feel more confident after the surgery and with what I'm doing, and try and start getting that recuperation going sooner. So yeah, it's something that I feel is important to happen, and I'm okay even if it does happen in Wagga, not Wodonga, just because of the fact, well, yeah, it's something that I feel like I need to try because it's something that I haven't done before. So yeah, anyway, basically, this is ending up quite a long intro, but yeah, basically also I've started on a review puzzle that I'm doing for Clemens Habichet, or the play group as they're known. I'm started on a colour changing puzzle, so that one's going to be interesting. I'm going to be working on time lapse and review video for that later. And also I've got my book photos still to do, and yeah, I'm going to aim to get them done soon, but I'm just going to work on these things slowly over the next few days, and hopefully sort of just share these things a bit over time. I got to go and do some physio exercises now too, and yeah, so I'm just going to be, oh, that's why that light's not plugged in. Okay, but yeah, basically these are just things that I'm just going to work on over time over the next few days. Yes, my hair is an absolute mess again, but yeah, same for my reading. I haven't actually gotten any further with Jane Eyre at all, which I've got beside my bed here, or Empire of Gold. I haven't gotten any further with either of those, but I'm still really enjoying Jane Eyre, and I want to get back to it. I didn't actually go into a description of what happened last time, but basically she is just, basically the last chapter that I read in the last video, I basically just read was her basically leaving where she's been staying and heading to basically what is boarding school for orphans, and so she's just starting to settle in there. So yeah, interesting, and I'm really enjoying my first classic novel. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it here. I'm gonna go and just work on starting to get stuff going for the day, get things set up, and yeah, just try and do a few things over the next few days. I've got Instagram photos to update. I'm still hesitating with the Facebook decision and what I'm going to do with those things, but I haven't gotten them updated yet because of just how I've been struggling. But I've got like some puzzle photos to put on Instagram yet that I've taken of previous puzzles that have arrived that I haven't uploaded to Instagram and all the rest. So yeah, but we'll definitely get there. Oh, another thing I also want to do is I want to go and brush Lils because she's molting like mad, so I might try and get that in video if I can. We shall see. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go and get going and try and do a few things, just work on things slowly over time, because I find if I push myself too much, then whoop goes the blood pressure and everything else. So yeah, yeah, anyway, I will see you back after. So, hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry, I haven't really done much since my intro the other day. I've been thinking about the puzzle thing, but due to the heat and stuff, I haven't actually, well, I've been taking time to think about it because I was feeling a bit bamboozled with the colour changing puzzle. I think I just deleted the footage of that because it wasn't quite what I wanted, so I'll show you details of that tomorrow. I'm also, that's another reason why I haven't done too much, because I did something to the ligaments or something in my sort of hip / pelvis area as well. So, yeah, the fun times of having joint hypermobility, basically. So I had to do that. Fortunately, that happened about 4 or 5 days before I saw my physio, and now I have yet another brace that I have to wear for it. So I've got this brace that I now have to wear to try and help with that too. So this is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's just, yeah, basically another brace. In the end, yeah, but basically got another brace to wear for that. I'm going to be starting some, I don't know how regular it'll be. That's going to depend. I may have to do some on my own or whatever, because obviously the physio is not going to be there, able to be there all the time. But it's basically, I'm going to start some hydrotherapy just to try and start with walking patterns and see if we can build up a bit of muscle and stuff before the next surgery and that comes up. I've also been working on, I want to try and do rehab after the next surgery instead of just going home and being bedridden and stuff like that. I want to be able to do the rehab because I think it could help with sort of, like, as I said to the physio, I do need a lot of help to learn new ways of doing things and new things like that. Like, I can try and do what I can, but obviously I still need help, and I've been getting a bit frustrated about things at times. So yeah, I was thinking after the next surgery I wanted to look into rehab, and so I've sort of gotten a referral from the doctor, and I've been I basically rung the referral service after I got that for the rehab, because it'll be happening in Wagga if I do, because that's where my surgery will be happening. I'm not sure which hospital yet, because they're saying if it happens in the private hospital it can be awkward to transfer to there, but I know under my private health cover I actually don't have cover for rehabilitation in the private system, so I would have to do it in the public system with the rehab. But so I've been trying to get into there, and I'm waiting for them to call me back. Apparently one of their administration assistants will call me back to, their administration assistant will call me back to make an appointment for a pre-surgery review. So I'm not totally sure what that's going to entail, but I'm guessing it's to do with seeing sort of where I'm at, or my situation, how things are, sort of what might need to be looked at after the surgery, that sort of thing, if I get accepted or not, and if they can help me, or if I can be accepted. I'm hoping I can, because I feel like it could be a big help for me, and my physio thinks it's a good idea, and so does my orthopedic surgeon, because I've discussed it with both of them. It's just waiting to see. I don't know where she's going to do the surgery this time, whether it'll be in the private hospital again, like the last 2 times, or whether it'll just be done with the public hospital so that I can do the rehab thing but use the private health. But I'm not sure if my private health is able to be used in that hospital or not, and so it's all I guess wait and see. I've just got to wait and see what sort of her plans are come February the 5th, and meanwhile I'm just trying to organise about doing that. Like they said, it won't be till next year that I will have the pre-surgery review, but I'm guessing it's a positive step that they haven't actually come back and said an outright no. They've said, yes, we'll get you in for a pre-surgery review, and we will look at doing that. so that look at doing that. So I guess that means that they're actually considering that I could be eligible for it, because I know rehab isn't necessarily just for after surgery, it's also for like disabilities or things, and learning new ways to do things, new ways to improve things. And I sort of brought up those things that I am now struggling with that I do want to improve, like washing my hair and all of those sorts of things. Like, I shave my legs and I'm paying for it basically, but it's like, it's something that made me feel better in the end, so I sort of pushed through the pain and the issues and did that. But it's like a lot of those things I actually am struggling with, which is why I have to have the home help come in for personal care and to cook things and all of that sort of stuff, just because I am struggling with that. And so I sort of thought, well, the rehab would be good, not just to get going with improvements sooner than later with the ankle sort of thing, but also to do with sort of trying to find new ways of managing things or doing things with my situation, and learning new ways to do things, but also, I guess, I don't know, just getting some help to learn those things and do those things, because it's like I have been getting frustrated when people sort of do limit me or say, oh no, you shouldn't do that or whatever, when it's something that I think I could do. And it's like, I need help to learn things and do things and find new ways to do things and that, but at the same time I also don't need people restricting or limiting me, because it's like, how am I supposed to learn or improve when people do that? And I know it's coming from the best place and the best intentions, but it is frustrating me. And so I thought, well, doing the rehab would probably actually be a good thing to sort of get a good start on trying to do that stuff, and then I can continue it with my physio and stuff that I've got up here. And yeah, my physio is actually really good, and she's trying a lot of different things, and like, that's why she wants me to try hydrotherapy. We've actually made a time for Wednesday next week to do that, but I probably won't actually, I don't know that I'll actually record it, because I've been recording anything when I've got the home help or anything here, just because I sort of don't want to barge in on people's privacy or confidentiality and that sort of thing. So, yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping it's a good step it's a good first step anyway, in the fact that they actually are considering that I could be eligible, and that they are actually considering getting me in there for, I guess, the review anyway, the pre-surgery review. I guess that's partly to review my current situation, but also review where I might be after the surgery and see if they can take me on, because I was looking at doing it like an inpatient sort of thing, because, well, that's going to be easier than trying to be an hour out and having to come in regularly for things into Wodonga. But also it's going to actually, like, as I said, it's going to happen in Wagga, but it's going to actually be, if it happens, if I can sort of be accepted kind of thing. But if it happens in Wagga, it'll actually be easier there as well, because I'll be closer to my surgeon for post-op things and that sort of thing as well. So I actually think that doing it in Wagga will actually work out better anyway, and it also gives me some independence and confidence to learn things and hopefully improve. And then hopefully, I'm not sure that this will actually happen, but I'm hoping that once I've done the rehab and stuff, that I'll be able to come back here with the home help and all of that, rather than, and I look like I'm looking off into a weird angle, but I'm actually looking at the phone. But yeah, I'm hoping that if I can do the rehab and if they will accept me, which it's a positive step in the right direction so far, in the fact that I'm actually going to get a pre-surgery review, which is a good thing, because my surgeon was recommending trying to get an advanced assessment before the hospital, because she sort of told me if I was in the hospital, because of how crook I can get from anesthesia and stuff, that there is a good chance that they won't actually accept me if they review me when in the hospital. So I'm not sure which hospital it'll be done in, whether it'll be private or public under private. I have no idea. That's kind of, I guess, what my surgeon will have to work out if I get accepted into the rehab sort of thing. But yeah, they sort of said to me, if you have it done in the private hospital, that does make it more complex or something. I'm not sure how or whatever, but I guess it'll work out. That's, I guess for me, it's just trying to get in and get accepted, do the review, and then if I do, I can let my surgeon know that, and then she can work out the rest as well, I guess, because I'm kind of hoping to be able to do it with the specific anesthesiologist and stuff like that, because of the issues that I have with anesthesia and everything like that. But yeah, I guess we'll work all that out later. Meanwhile, it's just taking the small steps and getting it going. But yeah, I'm happy that at least that is starting to happen anyway, kind of thing. Sorry, I've just been uploading another puzzle haul thing. But yeah, yeah, and meanwhile, Wednesday next week I'll be doing my first hydrotherapy thing, but my physio's basically said that she wants me to go in the wheelchair just because then we're liable to be able to do more, because she reckons that, well, I have been pushing it a bit much at times, but she sort of reckons because the crutches expend so much energy for me that she doesn't sort of want to, she wants to be able to maximise the benefits of the hydrotherapy and what she can do, because she said I'm basically not going to be in there for more than half an hour first time, because we need to work up slowly with me and my joints and the way that they just keep getting injured and stuff. So she said that, and she said it might only be 5-10 minutes or so of exercises, and the rest sort of floating or doing relaxation stuff or whatever in the water kind of thing. And so we're going to start that. Then I'm not sure sort of what's happening, but I'm assuming from what she said, she basically just wants me to come in the wheelchair because she thinks it's going to be easier to get me to the pool edge, because I'm scared of falling and stuff, because I've had so many falls and so many slips on water that have caused falls and injuries, and she reckons it's going to probably be easy, not just easier to get me to the water's edge with my wheelchair, but also the fact that pretty much, I guess, yeah, I'm just trying to think how to say it. But I think also it's to do with the energy that I expel and that I use just to get around with the crutches, even if it's not hugely long distances. The effort that it takes me to get around with crutches means that I'm already exhausted when I get there, and I think she wants me to still have that energy rather than being exhausted already kind of thing. So I think that's her thoughts, that she would rather me come in the wheelchair just because then she's going to be able to maximise the hydrotherapy session instead of me not being able to do as much because I'm already exhausted from using crutches and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, anyway, this has been 13 minutes, bit of an update, but tomorrow I'm probably just going to, I did do a bit of a thing, which I'll speed up before this, showing you how I sort of do my book photos. I've still got a lot of book photos to do photos of, but I'm obviously not going to show all of those on camera. And obviously I'm going to do those as I feel up to it. I'm feeling kind of, oh, excuse me, breathless now and not feeling the great, just because I'm having some stomach things at the moment and I keep getting these pains and stuff. But yeah, just hypermobility, and yes, but I'll definitely be getting to those photos as soon as I can. It's something I really want to do and really want to get to, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Same for, and it's up there. I've got a Goldsboro Books unboxing for the October Book of the Month book to do yet, and yeah, there's so much I want to do, but I've been struggling to get to things, but I guess just got to work on it a little bit at a time kind of thing, and we'll get there eventually. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Probably I'll just show you a bit of stuff that I do tomorrow and then come in for an update or something. I have been a bit behind with continuing this vlog, but it'll get there kind of thing. And I want to try and do some review reading or read a bit more of Jane Eyre, which I've got here. I don't know, I might even read a bit more tonight. I realised last time I didn't actually really go over the description of what I read, I don't think. But it was basically about Jane Eyre's first day at Lowood, the school that she went to for orphan girls, basically. I think it was, but yeah, I didn't really go into that much. But yeah, I might even try to read a little bit of this before I sleep, if I can. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, why am I saying my ending when it's not ending? I must be tired. But yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I'll just try and do some bits of things that I speed up, showing you what I do in the day, then maybe an update sort of thing. All of that sort of thing. I've sort of started also, I'll probably discuss that in the morning, because I've got to clean my teeth and stuff now. But I'll probably discuss it in the morning too, about sort of, I finally sort of worked out how I'm going to continue with my colour changing puzzle. I did have stuff in here showing it, but I deleted that, as I said, just because it wasn't right. So I'm going to go into that tomorrow, show you a bit about the colour changing puzzle, sort of what my plans are, because I'm reviewing this for Clemens Haberdasher, so eventually there'll be a time lapse and a review and discussing sort of how I managed to do the puzzle, blah blah blah. I also found out the other day, my physio, I've actually gotten lucky because sometimes with the EDS, skin doesn't heal that well, but my physio said my scar is looking really, really good. So, as you can tell, it goes all the way from somewhere here up to here, kind of thing. And obviously, that I don't know, I'm assuming probably that length will be opened again when she has to put in wires and stuff like that for my ankle again. But she said that my scar is actually looking really, really good. And like I thought it had been too, but I got lucky because some people with EDS actually don't have their scars heal up really well and look nice like this. So I actually got quite lucky with that. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll try to bring you back if I do some reading and puzzles on it tomorrow. I probably won't be doing a huge heap, fortunately. That is one thing that I have noticed helping a lot this year, is the fact that I've got proper heating and cooling in the house now, because I was getting very, very sick last year, and I can't say that I might still end up feeling a bit unwell tomorrow, because I noticed today I started feeling, well, I'm feeling not great at the moment, but I also started feeling, I tend to feel not great on the really hot days. And I've currently got my cooling on in my room here now, up above me, kind of, well, not above my bed exactly, but kind of over to the side. But I've kind of got that on, but I have noticed that has been helping me to not feel quite as unwell in the heat and cool sort of thing. It has really made quite a difference in how unwell I get from the heat and cold. But I'm probably still not going to push it too much with doing things tomorrow, just because it is meant to be like 38 degrees, I think, here. So, yeah, but it'll still be, so I'll probably just focus on doing a bit of reading, a bit of puzzles. I also have the home care person coming in again, so that'll be things like hair, which is why my hair is plaited, because the home care person was in and I haven't been able to do my hair properly and stuff like that. So they did that and washed that, and sort of had to have help with that, because that's another thing that I've been struggling with, and is another reason why I want to look into the rehab too, because like with the cooking and stuff with this and trying to find new ways of doing things that I'm sort of finding hard, but obviously I'm still going to need help with things from the home help and stuff like that. But it's about also trying to find ways that if I want to do something, being able to, and that's another reason why I really want to do the rehab stuff and why it would mean a lot to me to be able to get in and do it, because I really think that it could help and benefit me to start getting some ideas on how to be able to start doing more things myself, even with the pain, even with the issues, all of that. I really feel like the rehab could be a really good thing for me, not just for the foot and ankle issues, but also for the, like, helping to manage, like, the blood pressure stuff, but also being able to work out new ways to do my cooking stuff, or to do my art, or to work towards trying to find new ways to do my art, but obviously keep working on those sorts of things with my physio as well, kind of thing. So doing the stuff, trying to find new ways of those sorts of things, but things that can be continued with my physio, and things that can help me when I come home with just general everyday stuff that I'm struggling with. And that is why I really, really, really want to do the rehab as well, because, yeah, I just, as much as I get frustrated at people sort of limiting things and doing things, I do know that I need a lot of help to learn new ways to do things and work out my limitations and stuff like that. So it's kind of wanting to do the rehab, so then hopefully I can come back here and continue some of that stuff with my physio and things, but also so that I can have more independence and confidence with being able to do little bits of those sorts of things if I want to, kind of thing, rather than having to have the home help do it all the time and stuff like that. Like, obviously I would still have their help, but it is too about me wanting to be able to do some of that stuff at times, or finding new ways to be able to do my art or improve things. And I'm going to have to work on that with my physio as well, and new ways to do things or find things. All of that sort of stuff it's probably going to be a lot to it, but I realise that I do need the help, and I figure the rehab would be a good place to start with those things, and working towards those things, and then being able to continue it here with my physio, and rather than having to rely on someone completely, be able to come back from the rehab and be able to sort of manage with the home help and with the things on my own, rather than having to do that, and having more independence and confidence in being able to do things, or working towards finding new ways towards doing things. And just, yeah, a lot of it is my independence and confidence, and just needing help to find new ways to do things, because I really want to get back to my art and stuff, but obviously my ankle needs to be sorted, and also so that this can try and improve a bit, but obviously I'm always going to have issues and stuff with that, so we're going to need to find new ways of being able to do my art or do things like that with this. And same for cooking and stuff like that. Like, it's very hard for me to cut veggies or do anything like that. Like, I have to try and do very simple things, and even that's a struggle because of things. So it's just, yeah, there's a whole heap to it that is reasons for why I want to do the rehab, because with my it's not necessarily just the Asperger. It's not necessarily the Asperger. It's more the physical side of things for why I want to do the rehab, and trying to get some help and some independence and confidence back, whilst getting some starting help to find ways on how I can do the things that I really want to be able to do but can't do, and yeah, then being able to continue it with my physio and stuff here. So yeah, it's same for like scuba diving and that, and like she said, she hasn't actually seemed to rule that out, being able to wanting to scuba dive the Great Barrier Reef and use flippers and stuff like that. But as she said to me, right now it's focusing on strength, walking, that sort of thing. Like, I'm basically going to have to relearn how to walk properly because of the way I've been walking with this ankle and the way it's collapsing and stuff like that. But she said it's going to be that, and we're not really going to be able to do anything with working on swimming and stuff, and that till I can actually get my ankle operation and stuff like that. And it's also, as she said, we're probably going to have to look at getting a new brace for the wrist so that I can use this brace in the pool because of the issue of just using it in general kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are going to come into it, and yeah, I'm looking forwards to it all and looking forwards to working on getting some improvements and moving forwards with things. But yeah, sorry for this long blather, or talk about things. I just had a lot to sort of mention about bits of updates to do with the health stuff, and yeah, probably tomorrow I'll just be doing some reading and some puzzle and just things like that. I don't know if I'll really do book photos tomorrow or not. I'll just have to see. Just because of the heat and stuff, I don't know that it's necessarily going to be a good idea. Plus, with my hip/pelvis now being really sore, I don't think it's a good idea to necessarily be moving a whole heap of books. As my physio said to me the other day, if I attempted to go down the stairs this time, because sometimes people don't want me going downstairs and stuff, but she's been okay with it, except for the other day with, like, what's going on now with me sort of basically damaging more ligaments because of my hypermobility. She said that she'll kick my butt if I attempt to go down the stairs. So, yeah, basically, yeah, I'm guessing she's thinking more about my stability and stuff too with going downstairs at the moment and the fact that I'm sort of hobbling and hurt and stuff like that. So, yeah, I sort of trust her judgment anyway, and the fact of why she wants me to go to the pool with my wheelchair and stuff like that, because she wants to try and maximise the benefit I can get out of hydrotherapy and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably be waiting to do basically the book photos till after my back and stuff improves a bit, because I'm getting a lot of aches and pains currently. So, but yeah, something cool. Just work on getting caught up with time. Still thinking that I'm probably going to close my Facebook pages, but I'm sort of, because I'm really sort of just don't have the energy to keep them hugely up to date, but I'm sort of not sure, so I'm still trying to fully decide on that too. So we'll see, but currently I'm just not managing to keep them up to date as much like I'd like to, so I'm sort of thinking, I'm still thinking seriously about possibly closing them down just because I can't keep things up to date, and I'm struggling with that just because of, yeah, basically my health stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there anyway. It's 12:30, I'm exhausted. I might just go to sleep rather than attempting to read today, and I might read tomorrow. Try and do some reading and just puzzles tomorrow because it'll be hot. I kind of want to get back to Empire of Gold if I can now. I've worked out with the left wrist, but that's another thing that I need to put on again. I did start having some odd aches and pains down this side of this wrist too, which is the same as the right, so I kind of, I don't know that I used it, I don't know if I used it last night. I might have used it last night and taken it off today or something, I'm not sure, but I used it for a couple of nights, and I find it's kind of feeling achy and tired and stuff now, so I'm thinking probably better to use it for tonight. But I will sometimes just use this brace at night as well, just to allow my left hand to rest and recover kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will see you probably tomorrow for an update after I do a few things. So yeah, I'll see you later. So hey everyone, just a quick, basically quick update before I start doing stuff today. I am going to be doing my 4 physio exercises, but I actually have some, if I'm hoping I'm remembering them correctly, but I'm going to show them again on camera just because I have some adjustments currently because of what I've done with my back and all of that. So I got to make it, she told me to do some adjustments, like not so large things for some things and avoid some of the exercises, particularly standing ones and stuff currently and things like that. But yeah, I was going to do those on camera. Then I'm going to go and do some puzzle and stuff. I've got the cleaner coming in about an hour, so I'm going to do those. But I've sort of slept late-ish today because sleep patterns were interrupted. Yes, my hair has a bit of a wave because I pulled the plait out basically, so I look like this currently. But yeah, the cleaner, I'll probably have her help me to wash my hair again today and do a bit of cooking stuff. But that is something I would like to do myself, but I can't currently, so, which is another reason why I'm hoping to do rehab, so that I can manage to do some of those things when they're not around or when they're not able to come, that sort of thing as well. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to just try and get started on a few things here today. I think just because it's meant to be 37, 38, I'm just going to do puzzles, reading, physio exercises, just things like that. Obviously, I might record my puzzle time lapse and work on that, but I'm not going to be recording on the camera or whatever whilst I've got the cleaner person here, or the home help person here. Basically, they're here for personal care and cooking today. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get started, and I hope you'll enjoy this next vlog when it gets done. I don't think I'm going to attempt books or whatever. I think my physio would actually kick my butt if I attempted to do them. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably do the book photos when I'm feeling a little better with my back and stuff. And meanwhile, I'll just do what I can with other things, but it is things that I really want to get to. I'll probably also try and do an unboxing of the Goldsboro October Book of the Month, which I'll just quickly grab. I don't know that it's in frame, but oh yeah, it was. But basically, I'll probably just try and do an unboxing of my Goldsboro books, October Book of the Month as well. And yeah, anyway, I better try and get started because it's not long till I get the cleaner people coming. And yeah, I will see you later. back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So I just thought I don't think I've actually done this yet, but I just thought I would show you a bit of the colour changing puzzle and the progress I've made. Obviously it's not a huge amount yet, but this is sort of what it looks like. So you can see it's changing colour depending on where you've got it. Now it looks pink, then from this angle it can look a bit blue, and yeah, so I am making some progress. My plans sort of worked out. I've basically pulled out any tones. Like, they don't necessarily look pink, but they can have pink or purpley tones in them. I basically pulled those out and started working on it. After I'd done the border, it took me a while to work out, but it's starting to get some progress now. So yeah, I haven't made any more progress on my 18,000 piece just because I can't pull it down to work on it properly. So I'm just working on this one because it's for a review for Clemens Habichet, or the Playgroup as it's called now. And yeah, I really want to try and get this done and get it reviewed and that. So yeah, I'm working on that, and I just thought I would quickly show you what the progress is that I've had on it. Yes, I've also got, that's my little Christmas tree there. And yeah, so it's basically the main progress that I've done with the puzzle. I just thought I would do a quick update of that because I know I haven't technically done a lot showing it. I'll also put in a bit of a time lapse showing it sort of so far, just to give you a teaser kind of thing. And yeah, I'll probably go and do a bit of reading now before bed, and yeah, I will see you later, I'm sure. And then I'll do a wrap up. Probably I'll try to do a wrap up, but yeah, my hand and wrist is also getting quite numb, and yes, I got a mozzie bite on there too. But yeah, just want to show you this, and I will see you later. I'm just going to wrap this up here. Okay, I can come in a bit closer to the phone since I'm recording this on the mobile. So I've sort of done a few things. You probably just saw I was just reading my review copy of The Empire of Gold using my left hand and wrist only kind of thing. This is the third book in the Divabad trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty, and I'm loving this story, but this is the third book, so I'm not going to go into too many details except for the fact that basically things have happened in Divabad, magic has gone, Nahiri and Ali are now in Cairo, and that's kind of where I'm reading at, and Nahiri has just saved someone's life in Cairo, but yeah, I love this series. If you want to check out what I thought of the first two books, I do have reviews of them up on my YouTube channel. I didn't get to the Folio Society book, which I wanted to read, but I kind of decided to read a bit more of this one because I really wanted to know more of what happens in Empire of Gold because I'm really loving this series. And so, yeah, I sort of don't want to go into too many details because I don't want to do spoilers for it, but basically, yeah, but at the same time, they're kind of going through their own nightmares and everything that happened in the previous books and in this book, and yeah, so there's a lot going on, and I'm really loving this adult fantasy series. Yeah, I definitely, yeah, I just love it so much, but it's so good that I can sort of now read a bit of my review books as well as the Folio Society books and stuff with my left hand, using my left hand and wrist. This hand currently is, I don't know what's going on with it at the moment, but I'm getting aches and sort of weird feeling all up my arm, and the hand and wrist has kind of gone weak and sort of numb, and the sensation isn't great in it with the hand at the moment, so I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, basically I'm loving Empire of Gold, and I love my Folio Society book, but I just sort of want to try and get onto some review books again as well because I love the review books as well, and yeah, so it's good to be trying to slowly find new ways to get back to things, even though it's hard. I'm not necessarily finding it easy, but I'm trying to do the best I can to find new ways of doing things, and that's why I'm also hoping that I can do the rehab thing, so hopefully I can learn some new ways of being able to do things as well, or new possibilities, that sort of thing. So yeah, I also showed you a bit what I've been working on with my colour changing puzzle for the reviews, and yeah, otherwise I've just done a few posts on Instagram. I'll just get it up if I can. Hand and wrist and foot and ankle and blah 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 blah. Yeah, it is what it is anyway. But yeah, so I've done some posts on Instagram with regards to like my puzzles and things like that, so I don't know if you can see all of those, but yeah, created some of those using my thing. I've also made a bit of progress on the colour changing puzzle as I showed, and yeah, so it's awesome. I also started watching Descendants on Disney Plus, so I got about 1 hour and 9 minutes remaining of Descendants. So yeah, I'm enjoying that too, which is awesome. And yeah, so I'm just doing some little bits of things as I'm able. It's kind of got plastic or something stuck on the bottom of it. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so sorry, I'm just packing a couple of things away again so they're not in the way kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. This is sort of what the colour changing puzzle looks a bit like. So you can have it one way like that, and then it looks kind of blue, then pink. So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this colour changing puzzle. It's definitely a challenge, but it's starting to come together, so yeah, I'm excited about that. But yeah, I think I'm going to basically wrap this up here. I guess there hasn't been as much as I was hoping to do. Like, I was hoping to do a lot more of my book photos and that, but I'm sort of thinking now till my pelvis or hip, my / back and my hip and that sort of improves a bit, I don't think it's going to necessarily be a good idea to be shifting a whole heap of books around. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a good idea right now just because of that, but I've done one book photo, but I've still got a whole heap more. I think I'm also going to look at doing, I received my Goldsboro Books October book of the month, and I want to do a book unboxing of that. So I'm probably going to go and aim to do that now, get this sort of edited if I can, and yeah, go on from there. Now I've got that plastic on me, haven't I? Yeah. But yeah, so just, I guess, paddling with little things. It's taken a while to sort of do this one, just because I've had days where I haven't felt great and I've just spent the time in bed or just been doing other things that I sort of haven't felt up to recording or stuff like that. So it's I'm just doing things as I feel up to it and feel okay to record and do the vlogs and that, because obviously when you're not feeling great, you're better to rest rather than trying to force yourself. I'm learning you're better to rest rather than trying to force yourself to do a whole heap of things and end up feeling a lot worse afterwards because of it. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog anyway, and I will see you. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I always love hearing from you, and I will respond as soon as I'm able. And yeah, I will see you later. Bye.